extraordinary interest. Extraordinary.
Of an extraordinary economy.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary run.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary character.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary fact.
What we did was an extraordinary achievement.
It's like, extraordinary.
Extraordinary to me.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary atmosphere.
What an extraordinary.
Extraordinary chilena.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinarily inspiring work in
Extraordinary, really.
It's an extraordinary
Extraordinary.
It's an extraordinary story.
This is an extraordinary.
Who's this extraordinary?
Was extraordinary about
In the most extraordinary way. An extraordinary. The extraordinary adventure.
Quite extraordinary.
the extraordinary.
Extraordinary circumstance.
To this extraordinary.
That was extraordinary.
Extraordinary music.
It's extraordinarily beautiful.
Extraordinary people.
Most extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Yes, an extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Most extraordinary. Extraordinary power.
Two extraordinary women.
We have an extraordinarily large, something extraordinary going on.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
It's just such an extraordinary.
An extraordinary writer. Extraordinary.
But we have this extraordinary.
We're extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
Quite extraordinary.
Extraordinary scene.
Extraordinary things that
Rather extraordinary happens.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Is extraordinary.
Here's an extraordinary meeting.
Found extraordinary.
extraordinary. It's an extraordinary research.
Extraordinary.
It's just extraordinary.
Extraordinary recent.
Extraordinary.
Have extraordinary rate.
Seems extraordinary.
Extraordinary goal scoring. Extraordinary.
With extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
Which is extraordinary.
Is extraordinary.
It's an extraordinary.
It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary.
An extraordinary.
Extraordinary second half.
It's extraordinary.
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 And there's an extraordinary.
Extraordinary look.
Rails extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Found it extraordinary.
Extraordinary changes.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Extraordinary game, wasn't
An extraordinary way.
it? An extraordinary looking man. Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Of the extraordinary David Vere. Extraordinary week.
Extraordinary.
What's extraordinary about this?
Had extraordinary.
Most extraordinary.
An extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
One of the extraordinary.
An extraordinary.
Extraordinary. It's just extraordinary.
It's extraordinary, really.
Extraordinary.
Number of extraordinary candidates.
The extraordinary. It's kind of extraordinary.